Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates. On Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Bill finds comfort in the familiar. Hayley hates that, and Eva has a holiday with both parents. After today, we have repeat episodes and a Thanksgiving preemption until the end of the week. In Tuesday's episode, Joey and Vanessa find a way to celebrate the holiday together privately. Joey and Vanessa do not have the approval of the community to be together. They all know Joey's reputation, and they all like Doug, who recently died/was murdered. Being a little secretive will be the couple's course of action. In Tuesday's episode, much to Hayley's chagrin, Bill finds comfort in a Dupree tradition. Bill has been asked to MC this prestigious event again. This was a tradition, and Danny said she wouldn't want it any other way. Of course, Hayley isn't going to like this one bit, and if anything, will make her want to speed up the process of collecting her $10 million payout. In Tuesday's episode, Andre and Danny have a disaster on their hands. Smoke alarms blare and the air is thick with smoke. The turkey and possibly the hopes of having a stress-free family dinner go up in smoke. But luckily, Andre is handy with a portable extinguisher and opens the oven door to add some CO2 seasoning to the turkey LOL. Start again, fam. Start again. In Tuesday's episode, Eva finally spends a holiday with both of her parents. This is huge and a first for Eva, and much-deserved happiness is on the way. A family dinner, served up by the Soul Kitchen, Orphe Jeans. Sounds like a fantastic way to share Thanksgiving for Ted, Leslie, and Eva. In Tuesday's episode, the Richardson Smiths welcome a special guest. The most likely suspect is June. Having Tyrell and Samantha's mom join the family for Thanksgiving is a pretty special way to bring the family together after so much drama over the previous couple of months. Martin and Smitty could also use the extra happiness, as it's been a stressful time for them too. Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama. Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates. On Monday, November 24th, 2025. This is going to be a short week for BTG, with 2 days repeating and 1 preempted for Thanksgiving. We should be thankful for Monday and Tuesday, as they are both bringing the drama. In Monday's episode, Kat receives some surprising advice from Nicole that could mend more than one broken bond. Surprising advice from Nicole indeed, as it's timely that some broken bonds do get mended, given in Thanksgiving this week. But can Kat put the past in the past for the sake of the future? In Monday's episode, Isaiah gets guidance on how he should handle holidays with the Hawthorns. Best advice: don't be there. There is more than enough turmoil there unless he's there to up the ante and add some of his own. Isaiah should try and spend some time with Eva and keep those fires hot. It was noted at the time of Isaiah's arrival that he was the black sheep of the family and that he was here to cause drama in several relationships. What better time to stir the pot than at Thanksgiving? In the first episode of the week, we are going to see some pivotal plot points, even if we don't recognize them for what they are. Here we go. In Monday's episode, Leslie makes an unlikely connection while Tomas is put on notice regarding his future at the firm. Leslie is going to run into Marcel Malone at Uptown, and that cannot be a coincidence, nor can it mean anything good, as we know Marcel is Joey's enforcer and man on the inside of the force. Those two could be all sorts of trouble. As for Tomas, he will be put on notice regarding his continued career with Bill Hamilton Esker. Bill tells Tomas that loyalty is essential to him. Tomas looks shell-shocked as Bill tells him his job is in jeopardy. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 24-28 reveal that Hayley Hamilton will lash out at Bill Hamilton, while Leslie Thomas figures out a way to spend Thanksgiving with Ted Richardson. Beyond the Gates will only have 2 brand new episodes that air next week, as Wednesday, November 26th through Friday, November 28th will be preemptions due to the American Thanksgiving, so it's time to talk about what fans should expect to see. Monday, November 24th and Tuesday, November 25th will be jam-packed with drama and all about the turkey holiday, so there will be some interesting moments up ahead. During Monday's episode, Catherine "Cat" Richardson will be shocked by some words of wisdom Nicole Dupree relays. Kat has issues with everyone in her immediate family, but her mom, so what will Nicole say to stun her daughter? It's in Nicole's personality to urge Kat to bury the hatchet with Ted, Eva Tomas, and Martin Richardson. So will Nicole encourage Kat to stand her ground with the three? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Speaking of Ted, he'll get roped into spending Thanksgiving with Leslie, as BTG spoilers hint that Eva will get to be with both her parents on the holiday, a first for Eva. Perhaps Eva and Ted decide to do Thanksgiving together, as he had promised weeks earlier, and Leslie finds a way to score an invite. She may play on Peaches' illness, and that she'll be alone on Thanksgiving, and Ted will likely insist she join them. Meanwhile, Bill will approach Tomas Navarro to talk about his future at the law firm. This could go either way, so are Tomas's days numbered when it comes to working with Bill? Or could he get promoted? Over at the Fairmont Crest Country Club, Bill takes comfort in an old Dupree family Thanksgiving tradition. However, Hayley won't be pleased about this one bit. A clip from this week's BTG preview shows Hayley lashing out at her husband. It sounds like Bill and Hayley may arrive at the country club for a holiday brunch, or something of that nature, and Danny Dupree will be there. This will trigger Hayley beyond belief, which isn't good, as she is slowly but surely poisoning Bill. So will she ramp up the dosages? With that said, Hayley will also take some time that day to get her flirt on with Isaiah Hawthorne, since she's got a raging crush on Jacob Hawthorne's younger brother. Regardless, beyond the gates, spoilers for the week of November 24th imply that Isaiah will get some advice on how to deal with the Hawthorne family during the holidays. So will Hayley be the one to offer some words of wisdom? Everyone knows that Isaiah and his dad, Elon Hawthorne, don't see eye to eye. So what kind of advice will he get about spending the holidays with his family, and who will give it to him? Across town, Martin Richardson and Bradley Smitty Smith welcome someone special to Thanksgiving dinner, and that someone will probably be June. Smitty and June had a nice heart-to-heart during the week of November 17th to 20th, so it'll be good for Samantha Richardson and Tyrell Richardson to have their bio-mom at the Thanksgiving table, along with their two dads, to break bread. In other news, Danny and Andre Richardson will celebrate their first Thanksgiving together, which will be a complete disaster. The BTG promo shows the oven smoking, and Andre using the fire extinguisher to put it out, so the two will avoid a fire, but may not enjoy turkey for dinner. Finally, Vanessa McBride and Joey Armstrong will have some smoking moments of a different kind as they sneak away to enjoy the holiday, just the two of them. Beyond the gates, spoilers suggest fans should brace for a Thanksgiving steam session between this hot couple as they celebrate Turkey Day in their own way. All around Fairmont Crest, people are prepping for Thanksgiving, meaning figuring out who will be eating with whom, and who will be warming up a TV dinner on the couch. Kat is thrilled when Ted suggests she join him for the holiday. But of course, he wants Kat and Eva to both join him. "You don't want me across the table from Eva with a knife in my hand," she pouts. Rather than share her dad, Kat says she'll pass. Next up, Ted heads to the coffee shop just in time to interrupt Isaiah and Eva, who are about to share another kiss. She kinda likes her dad going into overprotective mode. His Thanksgiving invitation is far better received by Eva, although she rejects him too. Why? Because she doesn't want Leslie to be alone. As for Kat, she hopes Nicole will see things her way, but even Nicole suggests she skip the Dupree family dinner to join her dad and Eva. As for Isaiah and Eva, they make plans to reconnect after the holidays for a real date. Nicole and Anita are shocked to learn that Danny ditched the Forrester shoot in order to put her husband first. They're further surprised by Danny's declaration that she's head over heels in love. As Danny's talking about how different love is with her current hubby, her ex is across the room dining with Tomas. Bill makes it clear that Tomas has a good future with the firm, although the older man hopes to see his protege become a family man in the not-too-distant future. Soon after, Tomas suggests he has the solution to Kat's Thanksgiving dilemma. She should join him for dinner. Meanwhile, Bill has a polite if strained conversation with the Dupree women, although he's clearly uncomfortable upon hearing and seeing with his own eyes just how happy Danny is. Elon finds himself referring between Jacob and Marcel before the subject changes to Isaiah. Elon's ticked that his newly returned son won't put aside their differences to join the family for Thanksgiving dinner. Marcel crosses paths with Leslie at Uptown, correctly suggesting that she looks like trouble. They quickly discover a mutual disdain for Jacob. "He's been a thorn in my side too," admits Marcel. The two continue flirting, with him admitting all he and his wife do is fight. She refers to Ted as a situationship, adding that if he doesn't want to lock it down, she's a free agent. Conveniently enough, Ted enters and suggests to Leslie that he and their daughter have Thanksgiving dinner together at Orphe Jean's. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 24th, hint that Leslie Tomas makes an unlikely connection, while Bill Hamilton will place Tomas Navarro on notice. During the BTG promo, fans see an encounter with Bill and Tomas at the country club. Bill tells the young lawyer he needs to talk to him about his future with the firm. So will Tomas get fired, or will he be presented with an offer to become a partner? Bill mentions how loyalty means a lot to him. So does he feel as if Tomas isn't being as loyal as he should be, now that he's dating Catherine "Cat" Richardson? Speaking of Cat, Nicole Dupree will shock her daughter when she gives her some advice. Kat's dealing with some issues with Eva Tomas, and has clashed with both Martin Richardson and her father, Ted Richardson. So she may turn to her mom for some guidance. What will Nicole tell Kat that catches her off guard? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Across town. Beyond the Gate spoilers for the November 24th episode reveal that Isaiah Hawthorne will struggle with how to survive this holiday season with his family. In an interesting twist, someone will give him some solid advice, but who will offer up these solid words of wisdom? The CBS soap's weekly preview shows Isaiah having a flirty chat with Hayley Hamilton at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. Will she be the one to provide some input on how he and his father, Elon Hawthorne, can push their difference aside for the good of the family? The talk with Hayley will have Isaiah seeing Bill's wife in a new light, so it'll be interesting to see just how far Hayley can manipulate Isaiah. Lastly, Leslie makes an unlikely connection with someone unknown, and it sounds like she'll have an encounter with Detective Marcel Malone at Uptown. The BTG Weekly Preview shows the two of them drinking at the bar, so will they feel some sparks? Beyond the Gates spoilers note that Ted will interrupt their drink fest, so there's a slight chance he feels a tinge of jealousy when he sees his ex and baby mama enjoying time with someone else. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate the CBS daytime drama released its preview video for the week of November 24th-28th, and there are some major moments up ahead. What's set to unravel in Fairmont Crest over the next 5 days? Read more below. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of November 24th opens with Hayley Hamilton all dolled up at the Fairmont Crest Country Club as she runs into Isaiah Hawthorne. She calls out his name in a sweet tone and then states, "What can I say? I'm a fool for love," as she gives him a seductive stare and walks away. His eyes follow her as she does so. Is Isaiah falling for Hayley's manipulation? Meanwhile, the next clip in preview is Bill Hamilton at the country club too, talking to Tomas Navarro. Bill tells the young lawyer that loyalty matters a lot to him, which is why he wants to talk to him about his future with the firm. Will Tomas get fired or possibly promoted? He looks concerned in the BTG promo after Bill says this. As the scenes shift in the video, the next one is of Leslie Tomas at Uptown, and it sounds like she's had a few too many drinks. Detective Marcel Malone spots her and says, "Hello, pretty lady," as Leslie points to him and slurs, "You're a cop." Ted Richardson is then shown walking into the establishment as he spots the two drinking at a table. Back at the country club, Hayley is seated with Bill at a table as the preview progresses. Hayley's not pleased as she asks Bill why he would take her to the country club if he knew his ex would be here. Bill looks confused as Hayley lashes out at him. As the Beyond the Gates promo for the week of November 24th wraps up, the final scene is of Danny Dupree and Andre Richardson in their Fairmont Crest mansion, and the two are panicked as smoke has filled the room. Andre asks Danny where the fire extinguisher is, and Danny states, "Under the sink!" He grabs it and hoses off whatever is in the oven, as smoke comes out as soon as he opens the door to the appliance. It looks like Danny's attempt at Thanksgiving dinner will fail miserably, so here's hoping the mansion doesn't catch on fire. It's important to note that Beyond the Gates will not be seen on Wednesday, November 26th to Friday, November 28th, due to the American Thanksgiving holiday. Beyond the Gates spoilers imply some massive moments during the week of November 24 to 28th, plus a flurry of casting activity. Who's coming and who's going on the CBS soap over the next 5 days? Read more below. As per soapoperanews.net, actor Chase Gutsmore is slated to play Eugene, and Dominique Madison will play a recurring character named Lynette Wise sometime in the near future. Beyond the Gates fans should be aware that due to the American Thanksgiving, the CBS soap is preempted on Wednesday, November 26th, Thursday, November 27th, and Friday, November 28th. The bad news is there will be no new episodes for 3 days. However, the good news is that the Monday, November 24th, and Tuesday, November 25th shows will be jammed-packed with drama. In fact, during Monday's show, Leslie Tomas will make an unlikely connection with someone, and it looks like that someone will be Detective Marcel Malone. It's been a hot minute since fans have seen the shady cop, and it looks like Leslie will catch his attention. The two will run into each other at Uptown, and of course, Ted Richardson will see them together upon entering the establishment. Is Leslie about to make a love connection with someone other than her teddy bear? Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, November 25th note that the families of Fairmont Crest will gather for Thanksgiving, and it sounds like Bradley Smitty Smith and Martin Richardson will invite June, played by Jasmine Burke, to have dinner with the family, which will be really nice for her, Samantha Richardson. DC Cine and Tyrell Ricci. Hardsons, what character are you most excited about seeing during the week of November 24th-28? Comment below, watch your favorite CBS soap daily, and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates spoilers, news, and updates. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 24-28 reveal some bombshells on the horizon in Fairmont Crest. Bill Hamilton leans on the Duprees, while Catherine "Cat" Richardson is caught off guard. Plus, there's some Thanksgiving drama and preemptions to talk about. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 24-28. Note, the CBS daytime drama won't be seen on Wednesday, November 26th, Thursday, November 27th, and Friday, November 28th, due to the American Thanksgiving holiday. It's important to note that CBS is airing football on Friday's show. Now it's time to get into all the chaos BTG fans should expect on Monday and Tuesday's episodes. During the Monday, November 24th show, Kat will be shocked by some advice Nicole Dupree gives her. What will Nicole say that catches her daughter off guard? In related news, Kat's boyfriend, Tomas Navarro, will be placed on notice by the law firm regarding his future. What will this be about? Speaking of said law firm, Bill will take comfort in a Dupree family tradition. Will he be invited to their Thanksgiving dinner? Will he and Danny Dupree share a special moment? Meanwhile, other families in Fairmont Crest will gather to give thanks. Eva Thomas will get to spend the holiday with both of her parents, while Martin Richardson and Bradley Smitty Smith will welcome someone special into their home for Thanksgiving. Will it be June? In addition, Vanessa McBride and Joey Armstrong will sneak away for a special Thanksgiving. Just the two of them. Sounds like the two will have some sizzling turkey time. Elsewhere, someone will give Isaiah Hawthorne advice on how to celebrate the holidays with the Hawthorne family. Considering how bad things are between him and his dad, Elon Hawthorne, Isaiah could use some words of wisdom. But who will he talk to about this? His brother Jacob Hawthorne, perhaps Eva, or maybe Hayley Hamilton. Are you looking forward to the week of November 24-28? Comment below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily, and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates spoilers, news, and updates. Thanksgiving week on Beyond the Gates brings much-needed advice, unlikely connections, and a surprises guest. There are only 2 new episodes of Beyond the Gates airing this Thanksgiving week, but no worries. We're grateful that there's still plenty of drama to enjoy. A few spoilers are on our radar as moments to watch during the week of November 24-28. Several of Kat's relationships, for one reason or another, are in danger of breaking down. She can't handle her dad bonding with her much-hated half-sister. So Kat and Ted aren't in a good place. Her relationship with Martin has frayed over the last couple of weeks. Even Kat and Tomas are on shaky ground. He dislikes how she treats Eva, and Kat feels that she has to change her ways to make that relationship work. She needs help. On Monday, Kat receives some surprising advice from Nicole that could mend more than one broken bond. And if it can, that's great. Let's just hope this advice comes from a comforting, non-judgmental place. Also on Monday, Leslie makes an unlikely connection. According to BTG's weekly video preview, it appears to be Detective Marcel Malone. The two have something in common. They both like to take a walk on the shady side of the road. Look for the two to connect over drinks. And then Ted suddenly walks in. Will Leslie take this opportunity to make Ted jealous? Additionally, is this the beginning of a beautiful friendship for Ms. Thomas? It's Thanksgiving for the Richardson Smiths. The family has a lot to be grateful for this year, although Samantha might have a different perspective. For the family's celebration, they welcome a special guest on Tuesday. Please tell us that they have invited June to join them. After getting her life together and starting work at Orphe Jeans, she has really become a person that Tyrell and Samantha can talk to and receive valuable feedback from. Smitty recently had a chat with June and realized that her presence won't hurt their family. She can only help enhance their lives. Thanksgiving in the DMV brings secret celebrations, fiery disasters, tense reunions, and family breakthroughs as every corner of Beyond the Gates feels the heat. On the Tuesday, November 25th episode of Beyond the Gates, Joey and Vanessa celebrate the holiday in their own special and private way. Bill finds comfort in a Dupree tradition, and Hayley's not happy about it. Andre and Danny have a disaster on their hands. It's Thanksgiving in the DMV, and Joey and Vanessa are spending it together. The two have come a long way in a relatively short time. While Doug's death will always loom above them, they're not thinking about him this week. Vanessa and Joey are in bed together, personally and professionally. While they undoubtedly have regrets, they probably feel like they have a lot to be thankful for this year. According to weekly spoilers, Joey and Vanessa find a way to privately celebrate the holiday together. Privately is the key word here. There won't be anyone to gawk at them, gossip about them, judge them, or make them feel bad for being the shady power couple that they are. This is Hayley and Bill's first Thanksgiving as a married couple, and they have already endured a lot as husband and wife. Bill's ex tried to shoot up their wedding. Bill had a stroke. Hayley had a miscarriage. But it's their secrets that tell the story of their relationship. Bill can't get Danny out of his system. No matter how many times he tries to set boundaries with her, they obliterate them. However, she is now happily married and has put Bill behind her. Meanwhile, Hayley's on a mission to become a Black Widow. She is slowly poisoning Bill so she can collect on his $10 million life insurance policy. Having said all of that, the two do celebrate Thanksgiving together. Unfortunately, it may not end well when, much to Hayley's chagrin, Bill takes comfort in a Dupree tradition, which might involve having their holiday meal at the country club. In the BTG weekly video preview, Hayley is livid that they're even there. You knew your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway? Maybe Danny doesn't decide to do the traditional thing this year. After all, she and Andre aren't a traditional couple. They recently discussed how they had done everything backwards. The wedding came first, then came the rings, and finally, they exchanged I love yous. Andre and Danny suddenly have a disaster on their hands. In the video preview, this disaster involves a possible kitchen fire. There's a lot of smoke, and Andre even needs a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. So maybe Danny and Andre intended to host Thanksgiving or have their own at home. Will they end up at the club for a very awkward Thanksgiving in the same room as Bill and Hayley? Despite having to deal with her mom's shady shenanigans and Kat's hatred, Eva is about to have the best Thanksgiving of her life. She has a lot to be grateful for, and it has a lot to do with having her dad in her life. Eva finally spends a holiday with both of her parents. Too bad that this move will probably further Leslie's belief that she and Ted will reunite sooner rather than later. Finally, the Smith-Richardsons have a lot to be thankful for, including the fact that their family remains intact. After Martin's past came back to haunt them, their togetherness wasn't a foregone conclusion. Martin and Smitty had real problems in their marriage, but they finally overcame them to reunite and become a stronger family than ever before. However, gratitude may not be something Samantha is feeling these days. That is, if she is still grounded. But one other thing that did happen this year is that Samantha and Tyrell reconnected with their biological mother. Is June the special guest that the family welcomes to their celebration? Here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for next week. Here's a look ahead at the episodes we'll see from Monday, November 24th to Friday, November 28th, 2095. Hayley Hamilton runs into Isaiah Hawthorne at the Fairmont Crest Country Club, and she's all smiles again, and the flirt game is strong with this one. After both of them got doe-eyed at each other, Hayley left Isaiah hanging on each last word she said with, "What can I say? I am a fool for love." The scene closes with Isaiah looking back at Hayley as she walks away, looking like a panther on the prowl. Also taking place at the Fairmont Crest Country Club, Bill runs into his junior lawyer, Tomas. Bill begins by saying, "Loyalty matters a lot to me, Tomas. That's why I want to talk to you about your future at the firm." This would explain the look of frozen fear on Tomas's face, or is it the complete lack of understanding where this is coming from? At Uptown, Marcel Malone is having a beer when he spies Ms. Leslie Thomas sitting alone and calls out, "Hello there, pretty lady." Leslie recognizes him immediately and lets him know that she knows he's a cop. Joining her at her table with his beer in hand, Marcel inquires if this is a problem. Just then, Ted is walking into Uptown and sees the two sitting together. Ted knows just the kind of man that Marcel is and what he is capable of, and what Leslie and Marcel working together might be able to produce. Not a damn good thing at all. Still at the country club, Bill is eating with his wife Hayley when she remarks with disdain that Bill bringing her here when his ex is here as well wasn't a good move at all. "Why would you do that?" asks Hayley, leaving Bill speechless. To close out our sneak peek for next week, we see Danny and Andre at her place, and the shrill scream of fire alarms fills the air. Andre is yelling, "Where is the fire extinguisher?" Next, we see the oven open, and Andre is blasting the CO2 extinguisher, presumably putting out a blazing turkey. Great start, people. Great start. Beyond the Gates will only air 2 new episodes this week. It's Thanksgiving next week on Beyond the Gates, which means plenty of drama for the folks of Fairmont Crest, as well as repeats and preemptions for the BTG audience. Please note that BTG is only airing 2 days of new episodes, Monday, November 24th, and Tuesday, November 25th. Then, all the newness takes a break for the rest of the week. Repeats are in store for Wednesday, November 26th, and on Thanksgiving Day, November 27th. Meanwhile, the soap is preempted on Friday, November 28th. But no worries, the DMVA will celebrate the holiday on the first 2 days. Look for plenty of drama. Isaiah has returned to the Hawthorne fold, and he earned himself a job at Banneker. But being back home means that he now has to handle the holidays with the Hawthornes. Thankfully, he'll get some guidance on just how to do that. While Leslie makes a new connection this fine Thanksgiving, Hayley's not a happy camper. She doesn't appreciate Bill finding comfort in a Dupree tradition. Additionally, Andre and Danny's honeymoon bliss is already over. They're back home for 2 seconds, and they already have a disaster on their hands. Finally, Eva gets to spend the holiday with both of her parents. Monday, November 24th, episode number 178. Kat receives some surprising advice from Nicole that could mend more than one broken bond. Isaiah gets guidance on how he should handle holidays with the Hawthornes. Leslie makes an unlikely connection. Tomas is put on notice regarding his future at the firm. Tuesday, November 25th, episode number 179. Joey and Vanessa find a way to privately celebrate the holiday together. Much to Hayley's chagrin, Bill finds comfort in a Dupree tradition. Andre and Danny have a disaster on their hands. Eva finally spends a holiday with both of her parents. The Richardson Smiths welcome a special guest. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of November 24-28 reveal that fans can expect Isaiah Hawthorne's eyes to wander to Hayley Hamilton, while Danny Dupree experiences a Thanksgiving nightmare. The CBS soap recently dropped its weekly promo, And despite the preemptions next week, the drama will be fiery hot. It's important to note that there are only 2 brand new episodes that will air, due to the American Thanksgiving holiday. BTG will be preempted from Wednesday, November 26th through to Friday, November 28th. Still, that doesn't mean there won't be plenty of campy chaos in Fairmont Crest during the Monday, November 24th and Tuesday, November 25th shows. So let's get into it. The Beyond the Gates weekly promo opens with Hayley and Isaiah at Fairmont Crest Country Club, in the lobby. She's all dressed up, and so is he, as she sweetly greets him. As the scenes shift, Hayley notes, "What can I say? I'm a fool for love," and walks away while giving him a seductive stare. His eyes lovingly follow her. So will Isaiah fall for Hayley's manipulation? As the preview progresses, Bill Hamilton is at the country club too, and he's chatting with his employee, Tomas Navarro. Bill tells the young man that, "Loyalty matters a lot to me, Tomas. That's why I want to talk about your future at the firm." Is Bill firing Tomas, or maybe promoting him to partner? Tomas looks worried in the video, but perhaps it's good news? Meanwhile, Leslie Thomas is shown next drinking at Uptown when Detective Marcel Malone spots her. The sketchy cop acknowledges her with, "Hello, pretty lady." Leslie has clearly had too much to drink as she slurs, "You're a cop." And Marcel can be heard replying, "Is that a problem?" Ted Richardson arrives at Uptown next and sees Leslie and Marcel sharing drinks at a table. Will Ted get jealous? The BTG promo shows Hayley once again, except this time she is seated with Bill at a table at the country club and is very upset. Hayley lashes out at Bill, declaring, "You knew that your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway? Why would you do that?" Bill looks both confused and shocked by Hayley's reaction. As the Beyond the Gates preview for the week of November 24th closes, the final scene is of Danny rushing into her mansion kitchen as there's smoke everywhere. The fire alarm for the home can be heard as Andre Richardson asks Danny where the fire extinguisher is. Danny replies, "Under the sink." Andre grabs it and releases it into the oven, where a turkey is probably on fire, so here's hoping their mansion doesn't blow up in flames. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate Danny's attempt to host Thanksgiving dinner may end up being a nightmare for both her and Andre, so here's hoping this is a situation that only brings them closer after the smoke clears. The holidays are here, but several couples look to be in for some trouble, as teased in the latest Beyond the Gates promo. Leslie's getting to know a new man, while Hayley can't keep her eyes off one that isn't her husband. Plus, Andre and Danny's Thanksgiving looks to go up in flames. Even though Isaiah is getting to know Eva, Hayley can't seem to tear her gaze away from the hottie as she flirtatiously tells him, "What can I say? I'm a fool for love." Elsewhere, Bill talks with Tomas and makes it clear that loyalty matters a lot to him and that it's time to discuss his future at the firm. At Uptown, Marcel says, "Hello there, pretty lady," to Leslie, who immediately replies, "You are a cop." Clearly, that isn't too much of a problem for the rule breaker, but it could be when the apple of her eye, Ted, walks in and catches them at a table drinking together. Just what game is she playing now? At the club, Hayley lashes out at Bill for bringing her where he knew his ex would be. Why would he do that? Perhaps because he still has a thing for her? Finally, back from their honeymoon, Danny and Andre set off the kitchen smoke detector. We have a feeling that was Thanksgiving dinner that just went up in flames. Carla Mosley's soap career began on Guiding Light. These days, fans know Carla Mosley as the glamorous and hot-tempered Danny Dupree on Beyond the Gates. But long before BTG, the actress began her career on Guiding Light, where she was one half of a popular super couple. Mosley has become one of daytime's most talented actresses. Her journey into soap stardom began in 2008 when she was cast as Christina Moore on GL. The star and her character quickly became popular thanks to Christina's romance with Remy. Remy and Christina quickly became the show's new super couple, and one of their famous moments was their drunken wedding. The couple's wedding was one of the highlights of Mosley's soap career, and she recently reflected on the iconic moment. On Instagram, the actress shared a clip of Christina and Remy discovering they were married the morning after their drunken ceremony. Apparently, on this day, nearly 20 years ago, my first soapy drunken marriage, with the incomparable Lawrence St. Victor on the guiding light, Mosley wrote. Her stroll down memory lane also brought back fond memories for St. Victor. We had so much fun! Ishi Munt, the actor, wrote. Mosley remained on GL until the show's cancellation in 2009. 4 years later, she would be cast in the groundbreaking role of Maya Avant on The Bold and the Beautiful. The role reunited Mosley with her former co-star St. Victor. Like on GL, Mosley and St. Victor's B&B characters, Maya and Carter, had a romance. Unfortunately, Maya and Carter's relationship ends when he discovers she's still in love with Rick. Maya and Rick became one of B&B's super couples. However, after Young's departure in 2018, the couple divorced off-screen. Soon after Young's departure, Mosley also left B&B. Her last appearance as Maya occurred in 2019, and then a year later, she officially announced her departure. The actress went on to work on other projects, but in 2024 was cast as Danny on BTG. When the new CBS soap premiered in February 2025, Mosley wowed fans with her tense, emotional, and sometimes humorous performance. As a woman scorned, Danny often goes to war with her ex-husband, Bill's new wife, Hayley. Danny's strong-willed and hot-tempered attitude often lands her in trouble with her family. And much like her GL character, Mosley's Donnie had a drunken wedding with Andre. Although Danny and Andre had some concerns about their nuptials, the couple is determined to make their marriage work. Will Danny and Andre have their own happily ever after, like GL's Christina and Remy? Where there's smoke, there is fire next week on Beyond the Gates. Thanksgiving is next week on Beyond the Gates. Expect drama, conflict, disastrous preparations, new connections, and only 2 brand new episodes. Once Wednesday hits, it is repeats and preemptions for the rest of the week. But here's a breakdown of what you'll see on Monday and Tuesday. Hayley seems to be serious about pursuing Isaiah Hawthorne. She doesn't care that she's married. She simply wants to focus on this Isaiah side quest while she slowly takes care of her husband, the prominent DMV attorney. Isaiah, what can I say? Hayley spouts when she sees Banneker's newest academic advisor at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. I'm a fool for love, she continues as Isaiah stares at her, probably wondering what this woman's endgame is. Meanwhile, Bill is working on his own quest, and it involves catching up with Tomas. According to the Daily Spoilers, Tomas is put on notice regarding his future at the firm. Loyalty matters to me, Tomas. That's why I want to talk about your future at the firm. Is he about to put his employee's job in jeopardy or give him the promotion that he has been working so hard for? Tomas has no idea. He looks scared to find out. Leslie is having a drink when a man spots her and hits on her. Why? It's none other than Detective Marcel Malone. Hello there, pretty lady, he says. Leslie must like what she sees, even though she immediately guesses he's a cop. She can read people that way. Is that a problem? Malone asks. The next second, Marcel is sitting at her table, and they begin to get to know each other. However, Ted walks in and spots them. Will he act jealous? Or will he go the protective route? After all, he knows that Marcel isn't totally on the up and up. He was in on those secret Protect Martin Richardson at all costs group meetings they had when they needed to figure out what to do with that bigoted busboy. Hayley plays the fake jealous wifey when she and Bill are dining together at the club. You knew that your ex would be here, and you brought me here anyway. Why would you do that? Hayley inquires. Bill just can't seem to shake Danny loose. Danny's not having many problems forgetting Bill right now. She and Andre are living their bliss. They are back from their perfect honeymoon, and, well, Danny and Andre do have one problem. There's a disaster in the kitchen. Smoke is everywhere. Where's your fire extinguisher? Andre urgently asks. Under the sink, Danny urgently responds. Cut to Andre using the fire extinguisher to put out whatever fire they had going on. Did they just ruin their Thanksgiving? Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 24th hint some interesting moments in Fairmont Crest. Nicole Dupree shocks her daughter, while Isaiah Hawthorne is given advice, and Thomas Navarro is put on notice. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, November 24th note that Nicole will give Catherine Cat Richardson some shocking advice. Kat may turn to Nicole to seek guidance for all the drama in her life. From her issues with Tomas to her newfound rivalry with her brother, Martin Richardson, will Nicole suggest Kat tone down her attitude? Even bestie Chelsea Hamilton noted Kat could humble herself a bit, especially since both Eva and Martin are family. Across town, Isaiah gets advice on how to survive the Hawthorns this holiday season. American Thanksgiving does take place the week of November 24th to 28th, and with Christmas right around the corner, Isaiah could use all the help he can get, considering he doesn't get along with his father, Elon Hawthorne. With that said, who will be giving him the advice? His brother, Jacob Hawthorne, Eva, or potentially Hayley Hamilton. In other news for Beyond the Gates Monday show, Tomas will be put on notice regarding his future at the firm. Will this be a good thing or a bad thing? Tomas could get fired, or there's always a chance he could also get promoted to partner. Only time will tell. Finally, Leslie Thomas will make an unlikely connection with another character. Will she encounter someone from her past that she crosses paths with, or will this be someone who is currently on the canvas? Fans will have to tune in to find out. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Monday's show? Comment below. Watch the CBS soap daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Michelle Valjean, creator, head writer, and executive producer of Beyond the Gates, is previewing what's coming up on the CBS soap she created. Upcoming highlights include Thorsten Kaye, who plays Ridge on The Bold and the Beautiful, crossing over to BTG. TV Insider interviewed Valjean about the success of her creation. The scribe said it was a literal dream come true. She never expected the show to get picked up, given so many have been canceled over the last decade plus. Valjean had worked on the show for 4 years, and she was amazed to hear actors breathe life into her words for the first time. Valjean credits Sheila Ducksworth, president of the CBS Studios, Naldo ACP venture, for being an immeasurable supporter of the series. She always believed it was going to go, Valjean says. As the show moves forward, Valjean says her focus is to push boundaries while staying true to the heart of the genre. She also wants to keep viewers feeling surprised. I see a lot of speculation online about where we're going, and it makes me smile, because a lot of the time that's not where we're going. CBS has announced that Thorsten Kaye will be crossing over to BTG. This comes on the heels of Bryton James's trip to Fairmont Crest, where he played his role as Devon on The Young and the Restless. I loved Bryton, but because of my history on B&B, it was just really fun for me to cross Thorsten and Carla, Mosley, Danny, ex-Maya, B&B, and I hope we do more crossovers. Viewers can also expect to discover that Anita and Vernon's marriage may not be on solid footing. Danny and Andre's trip could lead to shocking revelations, which will send Danny towards a promising connection with Ridge. Watch for a casting announcement that Valjean says that soap fans will like. Additionally, Nicole's journey as a single woman sends her down a path toward her longtime friend Carlton. Martin and Smitty will work to re-establish their commitment to each other. Naomi and Jacob unexpectedly find themselves on opposite sides of a major marital dilemma. Jacob's brother, Isaiah Hawthorne, hits town and immediately establishes 2 complicated relationships amidst his own family drama. Eva, Kat, and Tomas's love triangle hits a fever pitch. A surprising familial connection to Hayley poses a threat to Bill. Vanessa and Ashley's worlds come crashing down around them as lies, and the death of a loved one change everything. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.